Hey friends, happy Thursday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart, something that I hope blesses you as much as it did me. In my Bible study this morning, I am still in First Chronicles 11. I love this chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters in the Bible because it's just got some of the most amazing people in it, right? What I mean by that, starting in verse 9, like I talked about yesterday, here we have David. He was finally crowned king over all of Israel. They defeated Jerusalem. He was in his fortress. And then in verse 9, it tells us that David became greater and greater because the Lord was with him. Now, what I love about this is by ourselves, with the Lord's power, we can do great things, but we become greater and greater when God gives us people to come and stand and support us. And this is exactly what happened if you look in verse 10, and I'm going to paraphrase. I highly encourage you to read it, but it says that all of Israel came, and then just as the Lord had promised, that God gave David a foundation. He gave him 30 mighty men. And these guys, let me tell you what, they make Chuck Norris look like a pansy, because if you look at the list, just starting off, the first one, he fought 300 men all by himself. And the next one says that he stood his ground in the middle of a field against a Philistine army and fought so hard that his sword stuck to his hand. I mean, these guys were brutes. They did not give up, but they weren't always this way. And this is what I love about this, because when we get under the leadership of a godly person, or when we surrender ourselves to Christ, we become more than we ever thought we ever could be. And this is what happened to these men. These were the 400 men listed in 1 Samuel chapter 22, verses 1 and 2. Going to paraphrase, highly encourage you to read it. But when David was hiding out at the cave of Adullam, he was running away from Saul, and he was hiding out. 400 men came to him, and it said that these men were distressed, they were in debt, and they were discontent. They were done with the world. They were just kind of wandering aimlessly, and they came to David, and under David's command, they became mighty men. Do you just love that? Under God, with God's power, they finally had a purpose, and because they had a purpose, they had the privilege of being part of God's amazing plan. Do you just love that, or what? They got to serve under King David, and man, talk about warriors. But guys, this really just gives us hope today. If that's you today and you're like, Melissa, I don't even know what my purpose is, let me remind you that we all have a purpose with God. We all have different talents. We all have different abilities. And when we discover those and we give those to God and we say, God, use me, use my life, when we surrender everything that we have to God, we can go from being meek to mighty. I tell you what, through God's power, we can become mighty, and we can be known as men and women who do mighty things for Christ. Do you just love that, or what? So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. I'm going to finish up my run and get off to the best job ever. It's going to be a great day.